Hey everyone. Just a brief overview. This is my 4-tap keezer. It's a converted freezer. Um, See, it's painted, and then I added the bit with the chalkboard paint. Cost about $6, $7 at Home Depot. Um, for most part, I'm using inner tap uh, taps here, in part because the nozzles here are removable. You can buy nozzles for stouts, variety of other things. They're pretty inexpensive, I would say, but maybe about $30, I think, for the chrome-plated ones, which is what these are. The stainless steel ones, which you're going to want if you're doing sours or ciders on the frequent, are a little bit more, I think, $45. I would check your local homebrew supply shop or possibly hop online. Now, this is an old Montgomery Ward freezer that came with my house, um, fortunately, and I took some pellet wood, 2x4s, built and cut them down, and added a collar to it. Now, the virtue with this, going this way, is that you can put the collar on, and I'll show you in a second. I did it with silicone, window silicone. Creates a good barrier. You attach the lid here to the collar, and that way, if you suddenly get a bigger freezer for the purposes of making taps, or you just get out of brewing, hope you don't, you can reuse your freezer again, and you haven't had to drill any holes in anything. So just open it up here real quick. My system is something of a mess right now, but what you'll see is I have a 4-line brass manifold. This helps distribute from the CO2 tank here. I have a dual gauge regulator. This one shows overall pressure within the tank. This one here shows the serving pressure, what it's carbonating at. Right now it's at about 15 pounds. I'm carbing a cider and a soda pop right now. And then down here you see my spaghetti mess of gas lines and draft lines that are connected to all Cornelius kegs. This is a standard ball lock system. This is a pin lock system here. Now, honestly, just pick a system and go with it. It's just a lot easier. But I ended up waiting a really long time to go to a 4-tap system and picking up kegs where I could. And I thought, oh, it'll be no big deal if I go with pin lock and ball lock. Yeah, it's a big deal, and it's sort of irritating. If you look here, I have 4 of these. These are 3-inch shanks. I have 3 standard chrome-plated ones and 1 stainless steel one, which I use for distributing my cider. And it does me well. Standard tubing. You can go to a bunch of different websites, and maybe I'll talk about it on a different day, but the amount of tubing that you need for your draft lines is going to reduce your overall foam along with your serving pressure. So that is the system. I also have it connected to, you can't quite see it here, I have a temperature regulator here. You can buy the Inkbird brand for about $35 online, and it keeps your cooler at a nice constant temperature. Ideally, I keep mine right around 39 degrees, but you cannot carbonate at anything less than 43 degrees. So just bear that in mind, otherwise the CO2 is not going to hold necessarily. So there it is. Leave a comment, question, anything you got. Have a good day.